Good afternoon, friends. Cowboy Jobu here with the Jobu Report. And as always, we're talking first take Dallas Cowboys because no matter what the topic, even when the Dallas Cowboys aren't playing, they're talking about the Dallas Cowboys. They were talking about the Seattle Seahawks game, but yet it turned to the Dallas Cowboys. Now, before we get to the clip, thank you for subscribing to the Jobu Report. And if you haven't subscribed yet, click on the picture of me and Sean Lee. Let's go to the tape.
I didn't steal your luster, did I?
This is a very, no one steals my luster, bro. Don't worry about that.
Oh.
So luster.
This is a very,
shines.
this is a very, very hard segment for me. I get a little emotional right now.
The lip don't quiver?
My lip might quiver. I'm getting very worried. This loss to Earl Thomas. Think about this. Tampa only scored 14 against them a week before or whatever, right? But Earl Thomas was out. He goes down yesterday, you immediately give up a 55-yard touchdown catch to Ted Ginn Jr. This kid, Steven Terrell, who subbed for him at free safety, their defense is still elite, but there's something missing when Earl Thomas is not there.
True.
And if there is something that's missing when Earl Thomas is not there, to a team that has speed and athleticism but not girth and has been pushed around once or twice this year, I gotta admit, I'm getting a little bit worried about the Dallas Cowboys. Because when I think about the Seattle Seahawks, I say, Earl Thomas and the crew, they will find a way. They will not let me down. Those are my homeboys. They will not let me down. They will not let me down. But when Earl Thomas goes, I don't know this dude, Steven Terrell. I know Bobby Wagner. I know Richard Sherman. I know Cam Chancellor, the hitman. You understand what I'm saying? I respect Avril and the crew. Bennett when he comes in. I don't know this dude, Steven Terrell. And on top of it all, I understand he's a member of the Seattle Seahawks. But there's a difference between being a member of the Seattle Seahawks and being a member of the Legion of Boom. And I don't know this dude.
He's an honorable mention.
I'm getting very, very concerned. I'm getting very, very concerned because I was reliant on the Seahawks, your Seahawks. Now I must confess
Here's
to
the
you,
question.
I'm getting very, very nervous, and I can't say definitively yes about the Seattle Seahawks right now, which means that Dallas is even more elevated as the favorite to come out of the NFC, which is making me sick to my stomach just thinking about it. But it's true.
Here's the
it's
question,
true.
because I didn't make these rules, but we all know they exist. Did you reverse jinx the Cowboys? I think you may have reverse jinxed them.
No.
And now Seattle and the other NFC teams have the bad luck.
No. Unlike most Dallas Cowboy haters who want them to plummet from the very beginning, I like them to get high and enthusiastic and souped up and then plummet. That's what I like. This is falling right in line. So long as everybody stays healthy. So long as everybody stays healthy. No. Because Earl Thomas got hurt, I'm very worried. And Atlanta Falcons stuck up the joint. We'll talk about them later with their idiotic selves. I got them to worry about. I'm not sold on the Green Bay Packers. I'm getting to the point where the Detroit Lions might be my savior.
Giants laid an egg.
And the Giants laid an egg. The Redskins have disappointed. I'm getting very concerned.
That's a good call you brought Detroit up. Detroit can become a problem for Dallas as well. And so let's not act like Dallas's defense is the Seattle defense from old.
No.
Or one of the best run stopping or, being effective in the passing game. They've had leads offensively where they can peel their ears back. The problem that I see with the Dallas Cowboys and Rob Marinelli is he doesn't blitz a lot. So if you don't blitz teams a lot, you're gonna get dinked and dunked. Exactly. You're gonna get dinked and dunked, they're gonna move that ball around.
So they also manage the clock, so that the defense isn't even on the field that much.
Exactly.
But the Cowboys' strength is obviously the offensive line. The weakness is their front four on defense.
Right.
Seattle, it's the opposite. Their defense is their strength, and their offensive line is the weakness. How does that play out? To me, I think maybe it works out for Seattle in the sense that their weakness is not going to be exploited by Dallas the way maybe another team's weakness can be, or they will be exploited against another team with a better front four.
The thing that if you have a decent front four and your offensive line is just okay, if you have a mobile quarterback, that becomes a problem for defensive linemen. Because now you have to take ends out of contain. They have to be wide to try to keep you inside the pocket. Puts a lot of pressure on the interior part of that defensive line. Russell Wilson is a mobile quarterback who will run if he has to.
And looks healthy.
Exactly. He'll run if he has to. But the problem with the defensive front and the front seven, so to speak, for Dallas is who's going to stop Jimmy Graham? And then who's going to stop Baldwin in the slot? That's a lot of pressure on Orlando.
And I tell you this much too. And you got to get Marshawn Lynch at least back on that sideline. You need the mystique, the aura. The
question is, does he really want to come back? That's the thing.
Not even if he's not playing. I'm just talking about. I don't give a damn him on the side. You need that kind of attitude.
We got to move on though, guys. We got to talk about some
AFC
contenders. Donovan's sticking with us.
You ain't even not talking about the Giants yet. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I didn't know. I'm just waiting. Go ahead.
I don't know if I can make another segment, guys.
If the Giants won, you'd all of a sudden say, I'm a fan of New York.
But I don't have to.
I'm from New York.
I don't have to entertain that.
Take that walk of shame. That's what I love to see. Wait, what is that underneath your jacket? Does that say? I think the jacket needs to come off. Is that possible? That a boy. Here we go. How about them Cowboys, Stephen A. Smith?